Hello, welcome back. Rigel Smith here, and today I'm going to teach you how to use doTERRA's Spanish Sage Essential Oil. This is an exceptional oil to help stimulate the mind, alertness. It has a lot of spa uses, and it's also good at cleansing your physical space. Now, it has a very herby aroma. It doesn't quite smell like a dried sage or even the kind that you cook with. It comes from small evergreen type plants that grow in Spain and France. And I would say the smell is closest to perhaps, I don't know, maybe if eucalyptus and rosemary mated and had a baby. It has kind of that brightness of the eucalyptus, but the herby smell of the rosemary, and it's delightful. So some of you may have Spanish sage from doTERRA's convention kit in September and October. Maybe it's been sitting around in your box. You weren't quite sure how to use it. If you don't have it yet, it's going to be available soon. They're predicting in March for everybody to be able to purchase it. And I wanted to make sure that you knew how to use it if it's in your box at home or when it comes out in March. So there are 10 of my favorite uses that I've learned over the last few months on how to use it. And number one, it is exceptional at clearing a space, a physical space that just kind of feels heavy. You may have heard the term saging yourself or saging your space. Sometimes traditionally you can actually burn sage and clear a space that way. This is something you can put in your diffuser. You could put it in a spray bottle and use it whenever you need it, anytime things are feeling heavy. So my Spanish sage has been in my box most of the time since I received it in September and October. I wasn't drawn to it yet. It smelled good. I didn't have a lot of uses, but something about this season in January, I've cleared out the Christmas decorations, all the beautiful lights and all the warmth from Christmas, and it just kind of felt heavy, and it's cold out, so I'm not opening all the windows, and this has been able to get things moving. And you can mix up your diffuser blends with the Spanish sage. So today I put in grapefruit and wild orange, just a couple drops of each. Spanish sage, grapefruit, and wild orange. It smells so bright, so fresh. You have those citrus oils that help to elevate the mood, and it smells absolutely delicious and feels so much lighter in our home. Another thing that you can use this for, and I think the most popular use that was shared with us at doTERRA's convention, is that it can clear out mental cobwebs. It's for mental alertness, mental clarity. Anytime you're feeling mentally stagnant, get this on or in your body. You can diffuse it with peppermint, would be great for mental clarity. You could diffuse it with frankincense, that would also be amazing. Even rosemary. So if you like this smell and you want it even herbier, throw in some rosemary, maybe rosemary and peppermint. So some of those oils to stimulate and wake up the brain. You could also take it internally. So it says it will calm the mind and stimulate alertness when taken internally. So the doTERRA has supplemental facts on the side when you can take it internally. And the Spanish sage does not have the constituents that are harmful that are found in common sage when you have it in large amounts. So this is in safe concentration. doTERRA always does their due diligence to make sure it's not only pure, potent, but also safe. So this is a great way to use it as well. Another thing that you can do is to stimulate a calm mind is to combine it with oils like Adaptive, which is our calming blend. I have a friend, Julie, who absolutely loves diffusing her Spanish sage and Adaptive. And sometimes even when she isn't around her diffuser, she'll put a drop of Spanish sage, a drop of that Adaptive oil in her hand, rub them together, and just take a nice deep breath in. And you can do that with just about any oil. It's kind of just your portable diffuser that you have all the time. And just take that deep cleansing breath in. It also has a lot of spa applications. I feel like lavender pairs beautifully with the Spanish sage. So like I mentioned, it smells similar to eucalyptus to me. And in my spa creations, sometimes I love that combination of eucalyptus and lavender. So you could mix this up. You could make bath salts. So if you're not familiar with bath salts, you just take about 1 cup of unscented Epsom salts and then add that to your bath with a few drops of oil. I like around 6 drops of oil in my bath and around 1 cup of the Epsom salts. So last night I did 3 drops of the Spanish sage, 3 drops of lavender, and it was dreamy. It was so nice. The Spanish sage has camphor and some other constituents in it that help to relieve muscle tension. So my muscles kind of melted. It felt so good. You can even put it on your temples if you have a little bit of head tension or a little bit of neck tension. You could also make, oh gosh, what else? You could also, thinking about our muscles, you could add it to a massage regimen. So I think the next time I get a massage, I'm gonna bring my Spanish sage and my aroma touch oil. So the aroma touch oil is great for tension. It's the massage blend. It helps to loosen up some of those muscles. And so I think combining that with the Spanish sage plus the aroma of the Spanish sage will just kind of feel like a dream. Another thing you could do, you could even make a sugar scrub. So I experimented, I did my bath salt last night, and then this morning I did a quick sugar scrub. Sugar scrubs are really easy. Any base is about 1 cup of fine sugar, whatever sugar you have, around half a cup of a fractionated coconut oil. You just mix it until it's like a slushy-like consistency. And then for that amount, I would do about 10 to 12 drops of oil. So I made a partner sugar scrub because I liked the bath salt so much. So I added about 6 drops of lavender and 6 drops of the Spanish sage for my sugar scrub. Another application for the skin that you could use your Spanish sage for is for dry brushing. So dry brushing is a technique where basically you lightly brush your skin towards your heart. You start at your limbs, your feet, and you brush everything towards the heart, and that is to gently stimulate the lymphatic system. Now, our lymphatic system doesn't have a pump like our heart does, and it's responsible for pumping a lot of things through our body, and it's responsible for a lot of our immune system and removing and getting toxins to get through our body. And when it's stagnant, our body has a difficult time doing that. So a dry brushing is something that you can do to help stimulate that. So you can add a couple drops of Spanish sage to your brush and incorporate that as well. If you're not familiar with dry brushing, I do have a YouTube video and a blog post with more details about what it is, how to do it, and of course, other oils that you can incorporate through your dry brushing technique. Another current favorite of mine for dry brushing is the MetaPower Oil Blend. Phenomenal. Another thing that you could do with your Spanish sage is add a drop to your shampoo. So if you're familiar with adding a drop perhaps of rosemary, you may have heard me talk about that in the past. Rosemary essential oil, just 1 drop per shampoo. So squirt of shampoo, 1 drop of rosemary oil, rub it into your scalp. The rosemary helps to stimulate hair growth. Now you can also add 1 drop of the Spanish sage to help with hair health. It also has that really nice herbal aroma if that's something that you're drawn to. I think this would be a really lovely addition in the shower to kind of wake you up because of its ability to help stimulate mental clarity and alertness. So you're getting the hair health, you're getting the rosemary to stimulate hair growth if that's something you're working on, and then you're kind of just waking up the brain and getting ready for the day. So I have my bottle of rosemary, I now have my bottle of Spanish sage that I keep in my shower, and then just with my hair washing, I'm starting to do that as well. And the Spanish sage is just invigorating. I can see why they say use it for mental alertness. It just wakes up my brain. I don't know how else to describe it. It's a fun sensation. Another thing you could do if you make homemade soaps, and if you don't do that and you want a really easy recipe, I have a very easy soap recipe on my YouTube and blog, a 5-minute soap recipe, basically using a melt and pour base. You could use that melt and pour base, put in some Spanish sage essential oil instead of the other ones I've recommended, pour it into the molds, and within less than half an hour have some homemade soaps. I think this lends itself nicely to a homemade soap. It almost smells a little soapy on its own, just clean, fresh, but with that herbal twist. It might even be good in an herbal lip balm. So I have that Supermint lip balm recipe on my blog and YouTube. And if you're more of the herbal type person, I haven't tried this yet, but I would almost want to sub out that Supermint for one of this, if that's something that you're just drawn to that herbal smell, I think would be really nice as well. And then another thing that you can use this for, I think this is the last one on my list, is you can use it to help calm the mind and body, and you can use it specifically with a technique called EFT. Now, EFT is basically emotional freedom tapping technique. I am not an expert in this, but you can Google how to do it. There's really simple ways on tapping, and you can incorporate this oil to have an even more increased, elevated effect of that emotional freedom tapping technique to help calm the body. So that was a suggestion as well. So if you have any other uses that I didn't mention, any other favorite things that you are using your Spanish sage for, or if you don't have it yet, what you would like it most for, drop it in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. If you don't have it yet, it is coming out from doTERRA in March, so stay tuned. It's coming March 2023. And if you need any other essential oils in the meantime, you can get them at wholesale pricing, which is 25% below retail on my website at blissmama.com. We'll see everyone next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.